Hello guys, welcome to another interesting video on our Be Aware channel. So this is our video 3 on financial dashboards, and we have already uploaded two videos named video 1 and video 2 on our YouTube channel Be Aware. So in this video 3 we are going to complete our next two questions, and we are going to answer those questions with the help of financial dashboards for analyzing healthcare system, which we have created here in the simulation model. So in the last two videos we answered these four questions. So if you could look at, we answered what was the total money earned by reception 1, reception 2, then the observation area, and observation 2, what was the revenue generated. So now in this video let us understand these two questions and their answers. So the first question for us today is that what is the total amount of money earned by this hospital in a day of 10 hours? So what we have calculated as of is we have calculated the individual amount of money earned by the entities. Now let us calculate the total amount of money generated as a revenue by this hospital. So how are we going to do that? So if you could look at, we already have these two graphs, registration 1 and registration 2, where we are getting the total money earned, but in a break way, where registration 1 data comes in here and registration 2 data comes in here. So now let us bring in one. So what we can do is we can modify this registration 2 graph, and let us add registration 1 also into it. So if you could look at registration 2, the details we will already have that, like based on which type of observation area it goes, accordingly the revenue will be generated from the registration 2, and the registration 1 we have added. So now we need to copy these details of our registration 1 onto this graph. So let us add one thing and let us paste this. So what we are going to have is we are going to add the amount of entry per patient as 150, which we get from registration 1. Now let us find out what would be the total money earned in a day. So we are going to change the heading of this graph to total revenue basically generated. Okay, so the total revenue generated should be visible from this graph. Okay, and let us reset and let us run the simulation model. So if you run the simulation model, let us zoom out so we have a higher level of visibility in here, and we are having the graphs being generated. So now if you could look at, we should get the total of these two amounts. Okay, and when we are going to get the total of these two amounts, we will be getting our answer for this question, which is what is the total money earned in a day of 10 hours. So let us look at how it goes. So let us now run the simulation model and check what is our total revenue generated, so that we can have that data from our financial dashboards into here for total money earned in a day. Okay, so we are running the simulation model. The model is about to complete 10 hours of runtime in a day, and let us see how much is the amount of revenue generated. So this hospital is going to get this much amount of revenue being generated out of per day. So if you look at, the hospital has generated almost 62,200 rupees per day, okay, by these two receptions, reception 1 and reception 2 combined. So the total money earned in a day is 62200. Okay, so this is our data point which we have received from our financial dashboards. Now what we need to find out is that how much amount of money is spent on all of the staffs. Okay, so we need to find out the expense for every staff. Okay, so now what we are going to do is, let us say that staff is paid a fixed amount of money every day. Okay, for 10 hours of working. So let us take a new financial dashboard. Okay, let us reset this, and we have a new financial analysis dashboard here. And what we are going to find out by this dashboard is, we are going to find out that what is the amount of money spent on all of the staffs. Okay, now let us change the name of this graph financial dashboard as money spent on staffs. Okay, so this is how we are getting a money spent on the staffs. And then rather than, I guess, taking a new, because the things are in dollars, what we can do is just copy paste our old graph in here, and then we will have all in the rupees. Okay, so let me rename this. So money spent on staff. Okay, and I'm deleting this registration, because now what I need to have is, I need to find out the money spent on the staff. So the amount of money would be equal to the, say, staffs. Okay, so how can we do that basically? So in order to find out the amount of money spent on the staff, we need to do is, we need to click on this person, and what we are going to do is, we are going to put in as, say, 150 as a fixed amount for the staff. So let us run and see what is it going to give us for the staffs. So how is the money or the staff calculations been done? So we are not getting any of the data, because we need to have the data which is having some trigger. So for the reception, you might see that what we are doing is, we are directly putting amount of 150 per entry. Now receptions and these are the areas, so they will have entries and exits. But what about this? This is a resource. Okay, and hence, as this is a resource, this will not be applicable for this area. We cannot get the financial dashboards created because it is for flow items. Let us remove this now and analyze this for the states. So what we can say, that whenever a object or this operator is traveling empty, okay, then what we can say is, we can assign an amount here for every that trigger wherever it is going to be empty. So now let us reset the simulation model and run and find out what is. So if you see what is happening, whenever a trigger of travel empty comes out, okay, this is going to take as one entry. Okay, and then that is where it is going to increment itself, and it is going to give us the money spent on the staff. Okay, but we need to know there are two things. One would be a fixed amount of money which I would be getting, correct, and another would be the based on the amount of work done by the staff we are going to charge. So let us do one thing, remove this, and let us assign a fixed amount of 150 to that operator. So here you can directly get that 150. So what are the learnings for us for this is that whenever we are going to analyze financial statistics for the operators or the entities in here, you need to go by states, and whenever you need to analyze the finance based on the objects or the areas, you need to go by flow items. Okay, where you will be having that financial dashboard generated. Just we did it like OB1 registrations and stuff. For the staff or the people financial dashboard calculation, there are two things. You can put in the fixed value here, or you can put in the value of the financials based on the state. Like, I want to charge a person when he is only in operational stage, when he is processing, when he is traveling empty, when he is setuping. So that way detailed analysis you can do for these peoples. Okay, so for the sake of this calculation, which we need to find out the money spent on the staffs, there are two things which we can do. First thing, let us select all of these our medical staffs. Okay, so I'm selecting all this medical staffs in here which are there apart from the doctor. Okay, apart from the doctor. So hopefully I guess 1, then I have this 2, then I have this 3, and then I have this 4 coming down here, and then I have this 6. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all 6 staffs I have. And what I'm going to do is I am going to charge my so it is 750 rupees fixed. Now let us see what it comes. So when I run this, so I'm going to get a 750 rupees of amount which I'm going to give to all these 6 people. Now again, this is fixed thing, okay, which is going to apply for all. So what does this graph say is that my money spent of all the staff is 750, and it is irrespective of the number of count. So you need to know the amount of money, fixed amount you are going to give for these people. So there are 2 things. What you can do is you can tell that I have for 1 people, okay, and then we have multiple. So when you have multiple this thing, you can 150, and then I reset, and then I run. I am going to get this stuff. So what you got, see, when you select all these like this, and then when you enter the amount, this amount is replicated to considered as 6 people. So what you have done, you have entered the amount of 150 per staff, and the statistics you will get for all the staffs which are available. How are you going to enter? If you click on each entity and type in 150, you are going to get 150 here. But what you need to do is you need to highlight these all, and then you need to enter the amount. Okay, now when I reset and run, I'm going to get the data for all 6 people. So the value you entered here is the charges per person. So the statistical graph will be generated for all 6 people. So this is giving you that the money spent on the staff, if your rate is 1,500 per person for 6 staffs in your healthcare system, you will be charging 9,000 rupees. Okay, so this way you can use the financial statistics for the people working in this healthcare system. Okay, so this is all about. So you can apply states, you can apply fixed per person, you can apply fixed for all. So you just need to enter one amount here, it will multiply by 6 and give you in your dashboards. So let us assume that we had the rate of 15 per person, so we got 9,000 rupees which were spent for all the staffs. So let us know how was this video for you, how informative it was. Do let us know in the comment section of this video. Do not forget to like our videos because it really motivates us to bring in new educational content just for you on our Be Aware channel. If you haven't visited our website beawarechannel.com, please do visit that website. We have brought a lot of exciting stuffs in there just for you, ranging from blogs, then simulation tutorials, then we have brought you industrial engineering concepts and a lot more stuff. So do not forget to visit our website. Do not forget to subscribe to our channel beawarechannel.com, and that is what just for you. So let us meet in another interesting video on financial dashboards in our next week. So till then, stay tuned on Be Aware channel and stay watching educational contents.